Okay, hello. I am here and ready to go. So I'm just gonna jump in and start. Hello, good morning, good day, good night to everybody who is here and who is viewing. I'm Mesonisis, it's good to see you again. I've officially said my name for the first time in a stream. But yeah, hi. Welcome back for anybody who is returning, and welcome for anybody who is viewing for the first time. It's nice to be able to be working with y'all today. So, to start, let me introduce you to the character that we'll be working with today. I'm going to be doing week 3's challenge for the Redraw Drawing Challenge, and this week we'll be working with Anora Hwan, one of my very first D&D characters, an Azamar cleric. She's super pretty. I've got so many fond memories of her, and by that I mean I have a few fond memories of her because the game unfortunately didn't last very long. But today we're going to be redrawing a piece that I did for her on a whim way back when, that I'm really excited to be redoing. This week's challenge was to redraw a piece that you thought was one of your best. And I have always loved the way that this came out. I loved the lighting effects that I was able to do on it. I'm still to this day not sure how I did it. If you look closely, there's sort of like a rainbow effect in the streaks of light that are like across the page. And I was really happy with how that came out and how the shading came out on her, for something that I had done several years ago when I was still learning a lot about art and not really sure what I was doing back then. I'm still not really sure what I'm doing now. But anyway, we're going to be redrawing this piece that I really, really liked this week for the challenge. And yeah, I'm gonna start getting right to it without really much else. I got the pen pressure sensitivity issue fixed from last time. Last week I was having a little bit of an issue getting my pens to move in the way that I wanted and at the size and stuff that I wanted. But this week we're already doing a lot better with that, and I tested it a couple days ago just to, make sure that everything was shipshape and in working order. And so now now that I know for certain that it is, we're just gonna get right to it. I was pretty happy when I first made this drawing with how the posing and the lighting and everything came out, and so there isn't really much that I would want to change in the way of like redrawing it. So I'm not aiming to really change much. I'm more re-aiming to like recreate it, I guess. And just do my best with that. And I'm just gonna start by getting my skeleton for my pose down. And hello, Nickel. Yeah, everything's working a-okay now. So we're all good to go this week. I'm super glad that I was able to get that issue fixed. Oh boy, was it giving me problems last time. But Nickel, you were there, you remember that. We don't have to worry about it anymore. I got everything working a-okay now. Gonna move that over just a little bit. Maybe rotate it a little. Don't want it to be as dramatic. There we go. Now, because my new computer's not used to streaming yet, everything's a little slow, so it's still figuring out the weight of all the stuff that I've got up and running to do this right now. But that's okay. It's still working, and we're gonna get from point A to point B being a finished drawing hopefully today. I will only be streaming until about 6, maybe 6:30 at the absolute latest, as a heads up to you guys. But I will definitely be streaming today, as indicative of the fact that we're already here. Oh boy. Yeah, let me, while we're working on our sketch here, tell you guys a little bit about Anora herself. As I stated in the very beginning of the video, she is an Aasimar cleric and was one of my first D&D characters. One of my first ever. She wasn't the first D&D character. That title goes to another cleric that I created that, unfortunately, due to a lack of inspiration for the character, didn't really last more than a session or two. But she was a fun character nonetheless, and I think maybe I'll try to bring her back as an NPC, or maybe another PC in a future game. I'll do some art of her eventually on here too, so you guys can see her. But Anora was the character that took over for that very, very first cleric. And she's the character that I've stuck with ever since. Or at least stuck with for that campaign ever since. But she's been on my mind ever since, because I genuinely just really liked her as a character. She was a lot of fun to play. And yeah, Nickel, that was my first D&D campaign ever. That was how I started playing that game. I had played tabletop before that. I played Geist the Sin Eaters was my first tabletop game ever. But my first D&D game came a little while later with the introduction to a few friends that I met my first semester in college. I plan on using her again, definitely. Don't worry. But yeah, I didn't actually start playing D&D until college. Actually, I didn't really start playing tabletop at all until after high school. It's funny, like, I got into it so late, or at least later than a lot of other people that I've heard about have gotten into it. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing per se. Better late than never, right? But yeah, Anora was the character that I eventually had replace my very first D&D character. So Anora just as much counts as my first, as much as the original that I played as. And she was introduced during a boss fight for a personal arc for one of the other players' stories. So I was coming in just as another one of the players was confronting their father in game, who was an evil vampire lord. At least I think he was an evil vampire lord. That's what I remember anyway. But we introduced him, my character, sorry, in the craziest way. And I need to preface this with the fact that the DM and I had planned this out together, right? Okay. So the DM and I planned this out together because I wasn't really feeling my first character. There was a distinct lack of inspiration going on there, which made me not want to play her anymore, which was sad, but you know, that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes people lose that spark for a character that you thought you were going to go the long run with. Unfortunately, I lost my spark pretty early on for Anora's predecessor. Okay, let's get in a little closer on this hand. Or what will be a hand. Of the boss fight to showcase the strength of the boss, to execute my character, my old character, in a cutscene style, there's nothing you can do sort of end to the character arc. And mind you, I had only been playing with this group for like 1 or 2 sessions at this point. 1 or 2 sessions, right? So we get to this boss, and everybody's gearing up and talking and like getting ready to walk into the place where the big bad is. And we walk in, and he starts his evil monologue and everything, and then goes up behind my character, and in a swift motion, before we even roll initiative, he comes in and eviscerates my character. He cuts her clean in half from the head to the toes. And the entire party loses it. Like, loses their minds. They start yelling and screaming at the DM. It's like, how could you? She just started playing. This was only her first session, really. This was her first combat with us. How could you do this to her? She's brand new to this game. And then I started laughing. And I gave the whole thing away. And started apologizing to them and to our DM. It's still gets me just thinking about it, to be honest. I'm definitely going to be messing with this arm later. It's not a bad arm, but it could be better. Yeah, there's a weird little bit of delay when I'm drawing on stream. I'm not quite sure if I like a whole lot, but we here. We're going to attempt to work through it. But, yeah, anyway, so I managed to give away the whole thing and completely shock the party by admitting that I was in cahoots with our DM. To organize this whole thing. And they were all so mad at us for a little while, but it was fun. And we got through the battle eventually. They struggled for a little bit, and then my new character came in partway through. My new character being the one we're drawing now, Anora. She came into the battle partway through. And, like, sort of saved the party's butts when they needed her. I feel like we're largely doing the same pose that we had before. Not sure if I like that or if I'm gonna just redraw it. I think I'm gonna redraw it. Yeah, let's go. Let's start from scratch on that. Okay. But I say that every time. I just like music in general. Eventually I'll have to do like a karaoke or music stream for you guys. And we can just chill and sing songs. I'll take requests, it'll be fun. I like this arm a little bit better, and we'll refine it a little bit as it goes on. Alright, move down a layer. There we go. That's how Anora came into the game. She herself came with a little bit of a a backtracking quest for the main party. We had established that she was from a village that the rest of the party had already been to before. That was now, after they left, on the verge of becoming the scene of a great war between two kingdoms, and they were calling the main party back to help defend their lands in this upcoming battle, because they had already saved the town once from cultists, I believe. Alright, we'll probably cut off just before her wrist there, because this image didn't have the whole wrist either. But, the party had agreed that there was something they needed to do before going back to help Anora and her town. So, instead of taking the plot hook that we had presented to them, so Anora stubbornly decided that she was going to follow the party until they came back to help her people. Sorry, didn't mean to get quiet there. It just got into the zone. You know, keeping my focus, getting my draw on. Gonna make that hair a little more flowy and a little bit more ethereal. Maybe play with her veil a little bit too. Always really liked Anora's design. Was one that I had fun coming up with. I thought she was cute. Actually, let me see if I can. I had a chibi that had her full like outfit that you could see all the details from the front view of like everything she's got going on here, but I don't have it on the new computer, which not necessarily a good thing actually, because I kind of need it now because I don't remember what this outfit looks like. It's been so long. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. I might have it saved in there somewhere in a big old backlog of things. Oh boy. Gotta go past my 2020 files. Back into 2019. Still no Anora. pictures from so far back on this thing. I should really go through it. Okay. Let's see. Gotta be around here somewhere, right? I should really just at some point go through this and share with you guys some of the old art that I have in here. I've got stuff from 2017 on my phone, potentially even farther back. Ooh, I've got old cosplay photos in here too that I didn't have saved. Nice. I'm still not finding what I'm looking for though, which is a shame. Oh well, I'm not gonna waste time looking for that right now. We have what's in front of us, and that's gonna have to be enough for now. Let's use a different color to sketch our clothes on. We'll use purple. Okay. Anora, I don't remember what you wear, but it looks like your shoulder's bare, and there's layers. Alright. I also can't forget her wings. Which definitely gonna have to draw in differently here. Oh wow, I haven't drawn wings in a while. She was, before they reworked Azamar, there were a kind of Azamar that didn't have wings and a kind that did have wings. And I mean, I know that's kind of the case with current Azamar now, but it was literally the stat sheets that we found for creating a character. There were winged Azamar and then just like regular Azamar. I don't really know how to explain it. But Anora was a winged Azamar, and like it was a big like feature for her because she could fly, and that definitely got used in combat. And it scared the ever-loving heck out of one of the other player characters, Nickel's character actually, Rivik, who was a warlock who had made a pact with a demon, and because of that he was kind of, you know, like not exactly keen to hang out with celestial beings or like people who were good aligned, I guess, so we weren't exactly friends. Which was sad, because Anora wanted to be friends with the party, because they were like her town's saviors. So they were cool, they were heroes, right? I think that's an okay skeleton to start with. For that anyway. shoulder bare like the last time. Because again, I don't really want to change a whole lot on this, because I really like the way that it came out last time. Not too sure of the structure of the sleeve though, I just know that there's a tie somewhere in here. So maybe there was something like separating the sleeve to make it puffy. So we'll go ahead and add a little something over here. And do that. Just play around with, you know, it being puffy and cute. And then I gotta have it droop a little bit up at the top over here as soon as the recovery information saves. I guess I should probably save this at some point, huh? Know that you can see my cursor while we're doing this. So if you see my cursor go off screen, it's because I'm using 2 monitors today. With my new setup, I got myself going with more than 1 monitor so that I can see the chat while I'm hanging out with you guys and while I'm drawing in another window. So down here, I'm just gonna draw this weird star shape for now, but that pendant right there, that I remember was Anora's amulet, which was, I believe that was the holy symbol that I had chosen for her. Was like a sun-shaped amulet because she was a follower of the god of the sun, Pelor, which I don't really know a whole lot about the D&D gods, but he's one of them. That sash down here dividing her robe, so we'll keep that as well. And then I don't remember what your robe looked like at the bottom, so we're gonna take creative liberty here and just kind of do a little bit of a cross section. Okay. And then you've got another puffy sleeve because we want to make sure that this is nice and even. Why? Because I can. Ah! Thanks, Nickel, and welcome back. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I drew this at an interesting angle, but it's been fun playing around with it so far with the redraw, so I'm excited to see how all this comes out. I'll make this a little bit more dynamic and have it flow out a little bit more. Maybe cover the sleeve a little bit. This will be fun. Okay. I remember when... Oh, thank you, Nickel. I remember when I first made this song, drawing. Wow, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. When I first drew this, this piece, the first time, I've listened to a song over and over again on repeat, and I must have had some sort of like image in mind, and I'm not really sure anymore what that was, or what the song even was. I just remember it being sad, and I don't know why. Like, why are you sad, Anora? Why are you crying? I think that's the one thing I'm probably gonna change about this. I don't want her to be sad in this picture, because it looks like a happy picture, right? I don't know what reason she would have had to be sad in that moment. So... We're gonna make her smile instead. Okay. Zoom out and look at her hair again. She's got a lot of longer hairs that... Oh, too close. Longer hairs that go this way. Interesting drawing with this new setup. So I'm not quite used to the angles on everything yet. And when I say that, I mean I've been drawing up until now, up until literally this second, with the tablet on my desk for the first time. My desk is pretty small, so I don't have a whole lot of room, or I didn't have a whole lot of room until I got my new setup going. And the monitors are both on, like, it's got two shelves. It's got like the main shelf and like a smaller top shelf, and I was able to fit both of the monitors on the top shelf, which surprised even me, to be honest, because they're pretty big monitors and it's a small space. But I got them fit up there, and so now I have the entire lower shelf that I used to fit my whole laptop and like the mouse setup on it. But now I don't have to worry about putting the laptop up there. So I was trying to put the tablet there and to see how it works, right? But it kind of felt weird after a little bit. So I've got the tablet in my lap again like I used to have it when I would draw on my laptop. And so hopefully that'll help me feel a little less strange about drawing with it, you know? Okay. fix this up a little bit because we want it to wrap around her hand, right? Right? Right. That's a lot of rights. Fix that up again a little bit more later when we're aligning the piece. For now, I'm gonna re-go over this a little bit here, get everything on one single, I should say, sketch layer. Get our headband. Streaming after a certain time today. For those of you who have recently joined us or joined us after I announced it earlier, I'm only going to be streaming until about 6 o'clock today, 6:30 at the absolute latest if I have that time. I've got some plans today in the evening, so I won't be staying on for too long. But since I won't be drawing or streaming the entire time, I will be finishing this drawing off stream, whatever we don't get done today, and posting it on Twitter for you guys to see later. So I hope that you'll look forward to seeing whatever we don't get done on stream today done later when I post it, because I know I'll be looking forward to sharing it. Alright, I'm gonna have a little hair come in front of her arm and the wing and everything, and then a little bit of the hair be in the back, or most of the hair be in the back, I guess. She's got really, really long hair. I don't remember how long it was. I just know that it's really long. I usually like drawing characters with really long hair just because I like the way that it flows. It feels so pretty and like it's very soothing to me, I think, to have a character with long hair to draw. But I've got several characters that have short hair too that are really, really cool. Like my halfling rogue for one of the games that I'm currently in, Corinne. They've always had really short hair. It grew out for a little while over the course of the campaign, but the second it got too long, they cut it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I meant to hit the zoom out button. What just happened? Let me save real fast before I start drawing the face. Save as. And we're gonna name this after the old piece. So the old piece I had labeled as the Icarian Acolyte. So we're gonna do Icarian Acolyte redraw, or redraw area, I guess, as the file name for this one. But anyway, I've got a couple of characters, like I was saying, who've got short hair that, like, it just really works for them, and it's a little out of the norm for me, but it works for them. Like Corinne, as I mentioned, and my Final Fantasy character, my Final Fantasy 14 character, for a really long time, had short hair. She started off with long hair, and then I cut it short for a little while, and it looked so good short that I kept it for a lot longer than I thought I was going to. And then I recently gave her a long hairstyle again, but I'm already thinking about putting it short again. It's like she's cute with long hair, but there's just something about those short hairstyles that really, like, just work with her, you know? And sometimes the characters like that. They've got a certain style that just fits them better than anything else. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Gonna make invisible the other two sketch layers, not zoom all the way in on everything again. Please stop. Alright. I'm liking how this is coming out. This looks pretty neat, guys. So let's go ahead and go in, and I'm gonna start a new sketch layer because I'm a fool for sketches. I'm a fool for layers, and I'm gonna draw your face in, or your eye in anyway, because we already got the mouth. Focus your eyeball up a little bit because you were looking up at your necklace last time. Let's fix that a little bit. Move her eye a little bit further up on her face. I might need to stretch out the head and make it a little bit bigger. Not sure yet. Yeah, I might need to make her head a little bit bigger. It feels like it's not quite right. So I'm gonna do that a little bit real fast. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, now we gotta fix that. okay though. Back to her eye. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Well, there. And then I'm gonna rotate it a little. Reposition it slightly. So I think it's a pretty good eye. It just needed to be moved a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. Yay. Alrighty. Well, because I have plans, number one, but number two, before those plans, I have cupcakes that I baked earlier. As an update from last stream, I had tried to bake chocolate from scratch for a few friends for Valentine's Day, and it didn't exactly work out very well. The resulting concoction was, well, let's just say it didn't solidify into shapes when I put it in the molds. And it stayed in the molds in my freezer for 3 days. 3 days straight. A whole 72 hours. And, well, when I tried to take them out of the molds 3 days later, what I got as a result was, well, I got goop. Guys, I got chocolate goop. It just poured out of the molds like I had poured it into the molds. It's still liquid. And it's still liquid in my refrigerator right now. Well, what's left of it anyway. After I used it. So, because I couldn't, it tasted fine and it was cooked. I just didn't temper it properly, I think. Baking chocolate's really hard. Okay, I'm gonna use a cheap pen. Making chocolate from scratch, I should say, is really, really hard. And props to the people who do it regularly. Or like who can even do that professionally. Like, good on you. I could not ever. I might not ever be able to make chocolate correctly. I'm gonna try eventually, again. But that first attempt was an absolute wreck. So instead of leaving it as liquid goop in my fridge for even more days, I'm gonna, or I should say I did, bake it into cupcakes. according to my mom, those taste really good. I haven't tried one yet myself. I'm going to after the stream though. They're going to be super chocolatey and hopefully super delicious. And I got strawberry flavored frosting to put on them too, so they're pink, which is my favorite color. But yeah, I'm very much excited about these cupcakes, and I'll probably post about them later too. But for right now, I am really, really hungry. I hope I haven't made you guys super hungry too. That's okay if I did. Because you guys can always get up and go get a snack while you're watching stream. Aside from baking cupcakes today, what did I do? Not much, really. I chilled out. And played Genshin Impact this morning. I really liked that game. It was a lot of fun. I play it on mobile, which most of my friends who play Genshin don't understand why I play it on mobile, but that's because they play it on PC or on PS4. They like having the keyboard and mouse or the controller, and I'm over here like, nah, I'm good. I'm good with my phone. I need to turn this around. Hold on. Flip horizontal. There we go. Oh no, it only flipped the layer! Okay. Can I flip the whole thing? Rotate flip canvas. There we go. Wow, why'd you put me all the way down there? There we go. Why was it so hard for me to do that flip the other way? I sketched it that way. Sometimes you just gotta flip the canvas. Oh cool, this is still looking pretty alright. Alright, anyway. information. That's all good. I think we're going a little faster than we have been, which is nice, you know? I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. It's been a while since I've done art consistently like this, so it's nice to be able to do that again. I started playing Fable 2 the other day for the first time in a while. And I forgot how fun that game was. It was my first foray into the Fable series, to be honest with you guys. It's the very first one I tried. And I think I like it. The character models were something else back then, huh? I'm not saying that as if it were a bad thing. Like, for the time, they were really nice. But it sure is an interesting game so far, replaying it. I like Sister Hannah a lot. She's a cool character. For anybody who knows anything about Fable 2. For those of you that don't, Sister Hannah is one of 3 heroes that you're supposed to find over the course of the story. She's a monk who, up until you meet her and things happen, had taken a vow of pacifism, which becomes a moot point later because of things that happen. I don't want to spoil the story for anybody who might be interested in dusting off their Xbox 360 to play the game. Or if you manage to find an emulator, that works too. The game was a 360 exclusive, so trust me, I tried looking it up when I almost couldn't get my 360 to start working. It's an old machine, and the person that had it before me didn't really take very good care of it, so it has trouble starting up sometimes now. Of the lag on my computer from the stream, but I feel like I'm having a little bit harder of a time lining this than I normally have lining pieces, which makes me kind of sad, you know, because like I want to be able to at least get the line done before we stop today. But it's only 5:04, so I've got time. I've got time still. This one's pretty, this song. There's definitely still a little bit of lag. But I suppose that's probably just going to come with the territory of streaming, you know? I've got a lot going on this screen right now. Or not necessarily on the screen, but on the computer in general. I've got some music open in the background for you guys. I've got another window open with the chat so that I can see and talk to y'all. Wow, those lines aren't very good. Okay. I've got a program open for streaming, of course. I use OBS because honestly, it's just a great program. And I know most people use it to stream, and honestly, I see why. Before I started doing this stuff pretty regularly, I used to do small art streams. A few years back, actually, at this point. And I used to do them through Picarto and through XSplit Broadcaster, I believe, was the program I used. Which was a decent program in and of itself to use. But the newest version of the program put all the features that I had before behind a monthly paywall. Which, I mean, if you're willing to pay like $14.99 a month for that sort of stuff, then by all means, but it's all like basic features from OBS that you can use for free using OBS. So I was like, you know what, why don't I just switch? And I did, and you know, it's never really been the same. I've just used OBS ever since. It's history. As they say, the rest is history. Wow, why is nothing going in the direction that I want it to go right now? Maybe my hand is just tired. Tired from all the baking I was doing. I did bake a lot of cupcakes. And now I'm getting hungry thinking about them again. Alrighty, let's save real fast. Take a second to stretch a little bit. Okay. And we keep going. track makes me think of, man, I don't remember the name of the song, but it was a song from Undertale that had a very similar do 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 as this part of the song. I wonder if, does anybody in the chat remember what the title of the song was? If you do, I would love it if you'd share it with me, because oh boy, it's gonna bother me all day now. I'll probably go and look it up later if nobody remembers. Make that tie a little bit bigger. Make it more dramatic. It's fun that way. Fix that up a little bit. No, there we go. Alrighty. There we go. Nice and neat. Okay. We're making it happen. We're doing stuff, guys. But it's okay. It's okay. Better to be irritated than not to be able to draw for you guys at all, you know? I would much rather be slightly irritated and still be able to draw for you guys. Fun fact for you guys about Anora, the character we're working on right now. Anora has a title. She's known as Anora of the Red Smile. Now you might be wondering, why, Mezzo, is Anora of the Red Smile? Why would a cleric, an Aasimar cleric, a lawful good Aasimar cleric, being known as Anora of the Red Smile? Sounds pretty intimidating, right? Sounds pretty foreboding. Well, I will answer you, my friends. She is known as Anora of the Red Smile because she won a watermelon eating contest. Silly, right? I thought it was cute. So help me, we are gonna get this freaking curve. Nothing wants to cooperate with me right now, jeez. I think I got it, but I gotta do a little bit of erasing to get to it. So, oh boy, here we go.
There's little difference between how you interpret yourself and how the others interpret you. Right.
Okay. All right. I think that looks pretty all right. So we're just gonna keep going.
You are still unstable. That is, the present you, and the people around the present you, and the environment that surrounds the present you. None of these elements of reality last forever. Time continues to flow, and time brings change. Your world is in a state of constant change. You are capable of change anytime your mind perceives these changes.
Okay. Nope. Too much. There we go. Now erase this here and a little bit here. And we've got the veil shape, yay! All right. Let's keep going, shall we? And like I've said before, when lining a piece, this is the point where you guys get to watch me draw a line, erase it, draw a line, erase it over and over and over again until I'm happy with the way it looks. Probably the most boring part. But it's a part that has to get done. flip the canvas again. So for some reason, these curves don't want to cooperate with me when I do them in a specific direction. That's okay. Bit by bit, we're getting this done. Let's get her shoulder next, just to finish the arm, you know? Games as late birthday presents. So I'm excited to say that I have some good fun streaming material game-wise for when I start doing that. So I hope you guys will look forward to it. I've got several new games to play. Also, welcome back and thank you, Nickel. I see you typing there in the chat, and I appreciate you conversing with me today. To let you know if any assistance is needed, friend. Alrighty. Gonna go back a couple lines here and do this one in one fell swoop. There we go. I like the way that looks. And it'll eventually cut off too, so. So pretty. Okay. Moving on. I'm gonna save real fast one more time. To answer your question, Nickel, I do plan on fully coloring and shading this piece like I did the original. Since this is a redraw, I want to try to stick to getting as close to the original element as possible in that sense. I want to try to see if I can recreate the lighting effect that I did, or even improve upon it from the original piece. But yeah, we're gonna go full on color on this one again. Maybe I'll try my hand at painting the color in. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing with most of the shading that I've been doing in other pieces that I've worked on stream. As I've painted in the shading. I've kind of gotten used to doing that since I swapped over to using Clip Studio instead of Psy. I've been enjoying it, I think. Alrighty. We're doing pretty good right now. I just noticed that this sleeve is still open, so let's close that up a little bit. Slow and steady, friends. Slow and steady. We're making progress. Alright, I'm gonna flip things back over and get the top of the other wing drawn in. One fell swoop. One fell swoop. 3 fell swoops works, I suppose. We'll get that part down pat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now the top line of that wing is done. And I think I have hit the point where I'm gonna start doing the thing where I do 2 layers of line again. So here we go. I'll line parts piece by piece. And then add that bit to the layer below for our full line art effect. I feel like doing more than one layer when you're lining is a great way to keep from being super destructive with your line work. Cause everything that you've done on the first layer of line is still there. So if you mess up and have to erase some stuff, you're not accidentally erasing something that you did you know? So that's why I like using multiple line art layers anyway. pretty meticulous when it comes to like getting the lines exactly the way I want them. I've been told before that I have really clean line art, and I have really clean line art because I spend a lot of time making my lines like super precise, I guess. It's like I want them to be a certain way and like just look clean. No line is unnecessary in pieces that I work on. I like making sure that everyone has like a distinct purpose. Like it's there for a reason. It's a wrinkle in a fabric or a twist of the hair. And I mean, I guess like, or it's supposed to be like that, I suppose. I don't know. That's how I feel about it anyway. Also, Nickel, thank you. Stop. Don't make me blush. If I could make Lorelei blush, I gotta set up my stream deck for little Lorelei here, which is my avatar's name, actually. Yeah, I named her. Her name is Lorelei Bell. Completely off topic from talking about art. My little avatar's name, like I said, is Lorelei Bell. I named her after believe it or not, a couple of songs that I really like. A couple of sea shanties. One of them is about a siren named Lorelei, and the song warns to be careful of falling to her powers and her charms. And the other is about the other half of her name, Belle, is taken from the yarn of the Nancy Bell, which was more of a poem than a song per se, as far as I know. But it's a tale about a ship that got stranded at sea, and the tale is told from the perspective of the best friend of the cook. And he talks about how as time goes by and they continue to remain stranded, he and the cook and the rest of the crew draw lots, and whoever gets the short end of the stick when they draw lots is killed and cooked and eaten until there's nobody left except for the narrator and the cook. And then the narrator tricks the cook into preparing a stew, thinking that the cook is gonna, eat the narrator, because he says he's gonna boil him in a stew. And so he prepares the broth and everything, and while he's making the broth, the narrator shoves the cook into the broth and boils him and eats him, and uses him as nourishment to survive the rest of the trip back to shore. It's really, really dark, yeah. But I thought it was an interesting story, which is why I named my character after it. And to answer your question, Nicole, no, I haven't, and it's driving me crazy. I'm sure that I'll hear back soon. It's one of those, like, any day now sorts of things, I recently submitted stuff for an audition. For anybody watching who doesn't know the context of the current conversation I'm having with Nicole. And I've been waiting to hear back. They said that it would be about 4 weeks' time. And as of yesterday or today. It's been about 4 weeks. So I'm hoping to hear from the place I auditioned for soon. And I wish I did. I wish I did, but I don't. Or at least I don't know anybody who's been talking about having applied. So I haven't heard any news about the state of the auditions or the applications at all. Which I guess is kind of understandable, because, like, you know, they want to keep it hush-hush until they announce, you know, who passed the audition.
C4C.
Especially since it's, like, a lot of people applied and only one person can get it kind of thing. Sort of thing right here is why I edit, not edit, is why I line on multiple layers most of the time, but it looks like, I didn't do that here. So, I'm gonna have to figure out what lines I need to erase, and erase them, and then start another line layer so I don't have to worry about doing this destructively anymore. That's a whoopsie daisy on my part. Okay. Here we go. Fix this a little bit. Just the tail end of that. Okay. Now that that little whoopsie doodle's fixed, we have our second line art layer back that is currently completely empty, but won't be for long. Because we'll fill it back out with stuff. Oh my gosh, there's still so much hair! Anora, you've got so much hair! Oh wait, did you say they're releasing physical copies for Hades? Sick! Oh, that's so cool! That's such a good game! I'd buy a physical copy of that one. If they do a physical release, I'll stream it. Like a playthrough of it. I'm already neck deep in it now. I'm too far lost in the sauce to do a stream now. People would be missing so much of the story and content, and I'd feel bad doing it partway through. So maybe eventually I'll start a new game. Fair. We should probably look into that a little bit more. Heck yeah. If it's a legit thing, I'll be on the lookout for pre-orders. Cause your girl loves her some Hades. Zagreus is an interesting character, and I really like the art and the character designs and the story and how it's told. It's told in such an interesting way. Supergiant games are so good, guys. Supergiant games are all just really good. I've played Bastion for the first time not too long ago, and I regret not getting on that train when it first started. Cause wow, what a really unique game. I have to play it again because I feel like I'm missing something. I haven't played all of it. Also, yes, Nickel, we stan a short king. We stan Zacharias. Love him. Yeah, I finished one singular run of Bastion. I haven't finished Hades completely. And I have Transistor on the Switch, and I have it on Steam. It was given to me as a gift both times, and I still haven't played it. And I was told that I would really enjoy Pyre, so I want to give it a shot too. Me says Supergiant games are good. Me has only really played 1.5 of Supergiant games. But like, the ones that I haven't played look good. And the ones that I have played are good. You know, these guys don't disappoint. Alrighty. More VN. Oh, visual novel. Yes, I love me a good visual novel. Heck yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. I love me a good visual novel. Doki Doki Literature Club on that. Hatoful Boyfriend. Oh, I gotta replay that in a stream at some point. And yes, my VTuber is set up with a camera currently, and I guess I've been wiggling a whole lot while I've been drawing. Looking back and forth between two monitors, I guess causes it to move a bunch. Lorelai likes to dance. We'll keep it at that. She likes moving around when she talks. So I'll keep her moving and a grooving. Alrighty, there we go. Transfer all that. Slowly but surely we're getting this done and lined. Okay. Gentle. Yeah, she wiggles. She's got them wiggles, bro. Alright. Now we have a solid endpoint for this wing. Sick. Nice. we go. I like the way that looks. Let's take a look back at that wing. I like it. Nice. Nice. We're doing good here. I think. It's small, but it's cute. Her wings were small in the other picture too. That's okay. Alrighty. Let's flip the canvas again. Edit, edit, edit. That's where I want it. Okay. To make sure that we've transferred down to the previous layer. And let's do the other wing. Yeah. Let's do wing numero dos. Alright. Got a solid endpoint for this one too now. Now that we've transferred that over, fix up a few lines here and there. You know what visual novel I think would be really fun to play on stream? One Bit Heart. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of that one, but that one was a really cute game. I've also seen a couple people playing this game called Omori recently, and I watched a little bit of Calliope Mori, a Hololive streamer, play that game, and it looked really cute, so I kind of want to try it. I'm just adding to the list of things I'm going to be streaming for y'all eventually. Ooh, I forgot to fix that. Let me fix that real fast. There we go. Okay. There are so many games that I'd like to play on a stream for people that I can think of, that I think would be fun. father, and Misao. Misao is my favorite of the three. Heaven help me, I don't know why. Because that game freaks me out so bad. Very first time I played it, I screamed like a little baby through most of the death sequences that I ran into. But I really like that game. Okay, actually, I lied just now. Eve is my favorite of the three. Misao comes in an extremely close second for me. Misao is a great game. Mad Father's a great game too. But Eve has like always had this place in my heart. It was one of my first, if not the first, RPG horror game I ever played. Like indie game. It was one of the first, if not the first. And it will always have a special place for me because of that. And just because, like, I really liked the concept of the game in general. Otherworldly art gallery was really cool. Okay? I'd like to take a visit back to Giertena's exhibit and see Gary and Mary and all them again. So I'll definitely have to play that at some point too. I could probably do some movie watch-along streams too, maybe? I don't know if I could get away with that, but I could attempt. I think those would be fun. So I've got some movies that I think would be really fun to watch with people. I can introduce you guys to the absolute heart-rendering masterpiece that is Your Name. And then go out and buy Weathering with You, and we can watch that. They're in the same cinematic universe, and they're both really good movies, and I cried with both of them. So I think it would be fun to share them with you guys. Alrighty. And I think we're just about done with wing number 2. Oh. Yeah, I like it. I like where this is going. Alrighty, we just got a little bit more of the hair to line. I know I said I'd stop streaming at 6, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish the line art at the very least. I'm gonna finish lining this piece. And we'll stop streaming there once I've finished the line. And like I said before, I'll probably wind up finishing her off stream color-wise. So she'll be posted on Twitter when she's done. So I hope you'll look forward to seeing the finished result posted. With the hashtag for the drawing challenge and everything. And we've got one more to do next week. And then we'll be done with the challenge, which is pretty exciting, I think. It'll be the first time that I've ever done and completed an art challenge in a really long time. So I'm looking forward to being able to say that I've done this. I've been working on week one's piece off stream as well, because I didn't really get to stream week one's piece because I did something else instead. So as soon as I have that up, finished, I should say, I'll have it posted as well. I'm in the process of lining that one right now. Okay. I've had to flip the canvas back and forth quite a bit this time around. I'm not used to doing this very often. But that's okay. We gain new experiences and try new things and learn and grow from them. Oh, whoops. Okay. Ah! Alright. We only have a little bit more left to line. And then we're all done. For now, anyway. I guess while I'm doing this last little bit, I should say that I hope those of you who are still here and those of you who stuck with me the whole way through the stream today had a good time. I know I did. I'm glad we were able to get those technical issues fixed. So now we don't really have to worry about not being able to draw on the new setup, and everything is streamlining a little bit nicer now. There's nowhere to go but up from here, guys. Nowhere to go but up. But yeah. Alrighty. Let's get a good look at our girl. Right now, we got one more thing we gotta line. One more thing. One important little thing. And that is Anora's pendant. Okay. Kind of looks like a sun, right? Right? Kind of. I like it. I think it's unique. But anyway, now that we've got all of our line art done, get rid of that sketch. Wait, double check. Yeah, get rid of that sketch. All right. And it is 6 p.m. exactly. It is time for me to go. Again, I am Mesonisis. Thank you so much for coming to my stream today and for sticking with me all the way through. Next week, we'll start working on a new piece, and in the meantime, I'll get this one finished and posted for everybody to see up on my Twitter. But until then, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening, night, morning, day, whatever time it is for you. And thanks again. Bye bye.